Hi, everybody. So grateful to be with you. Thank you for stopping by. I am Medium Kim Copeland, and this is going to be a political read. I will be looking at Social Security, Medicare, Trump in March. I know here we are March 3rd, but before, I don't know, a few months ago, I thought hard stop in March. I don't know. I haven't looked at that in a while, and so I'm going to look at it again. And I haven't even, these are questions that I haven't looked at till I'm doing it right now with you. The future of Ukraine and Zelensky and future of Leon. Now, this is entertainment purposes only. There's a lot to cover. We'll see if I can. I'm not going to be using cards. I will just be using my own intuition. And I'm doing this because one, I want to know myself. And I know there are a lot of readers doing this work and great ones. Um, but I still want to do it for my own. And this is what I think that we all should do. We can see, remember, this is entertainment purposes only, and I'm going to be doing it probably different than other people. And so I just want to see what I get. I have no idea where I stand on these things right now. I really don't. And I haven't watched too many, very few actually. Have I watched anybody else on this? I know there's an abundance though. Okay, so let's just start Social Security first. One, I haven't started taking Social Security yet, and that is really something I am interested in because I could be taking it, and I was going to wait, but well, I don't know. I don't know. So the question will be for me, what does the future of the Social Security look like in 2025? I'm just going to start there. I'm going to look at 2025, 26, 2030, and 2035. I'm going to separate them out. So let's look at 2025 for the Social Security. Whoa, okay. So what I feel, I mean, immediately as I even just say the question, I feel there is a hard stop about touching it this year. Now, I don't know about the other years, but this year I feel like, I think actually what it looks to me, I see Leon, we know who that means, right? Leon is looking at it. He wants to look at it. He wants, you know what they say about gutting it or not gutting it, but I don't know what he wants to do, but he definitely wants to look at it. He wants to slash it. I think big time. I I really do. That's what I feel with him. Of course, he doesn't need Social Security. Well, maybe he will after all this, um, but I do get a big slam. I mean, like I see a vault door, a big vault door slamming up against him. So he's not going to be, he's trying. I feel like he's got a little key kind of. The vision in my mind is like he's got a little key trying to open up the big vault and he's not going to open it. I mean, maybe he's already got access to it, something, but he's not going to be able to change anything. This is what I feel. Okay. And I think he might have access to information, actually. Okay. Yeah, he does. I think he does. Okay, let's look at 2026. Is Leon, although what I see in 2026 with Leon, is he even here? Is he even doing anything? No, I don't think he's here. I don't think he's in the United States, or I think he's gone somewhere else. Maybe he's on a boat to China. I don't know, but he's not, I don't feel like or if he is here, it's a very small influence if he's doing something. I think he's still doing something with his cars, but he feels small as far as the government process. I think he's very restricted government wise. So that's a good thing, 2026. Okay. Now let's just see on Social Security at 2026. I think they are thinking about doing some changes, actually. Um, is it about working with a different number, like you have to retire at age 68 or 69 instead of 67? Yeah, I feel like that's going to go up a little. Like instead of 67, it's going to be 68. Then it's going to be 69. It's kind of like that to be the full retirement age. And I think in 62 age, where you can start taking, I think that's going to move to 63. I don't know. Okay, entertainment purposes only. I think they're messing around with that a little bit. 2026. Okay, let's look at 2030. Is there even Social Security? Okay, is there? It feels different. I feel like there is, but it does feel different. It feels very like, I don't even know. Do we have cash? Do we have dollars? I mean, it feels, the money feels different to me. It feels very, um, like banking is different. It feels like it's very, like everything's electronic. It's almost like deposited somehow. I don't know. The banking just feels different. I'm not even sure I would even understand it because I feel like it would be so foreign to us. That's in 2030. That's only 5 years away. But we have Social Security. We have it different. It's a little different. It's almost like what it feels to me like there's a universal payment plan of some sort. I don't know how, I don't know. I'm not sure I get that. Maybe this is supposed to be for health insurance or something too. Hmm. Okay. Well, it just feels really different in 2030. Okay. I'm not sure I understand, but there's something here. Let's look at 2035. I was not expecting that, by the way. So 2035, is there Social Security? Yes, yes. It's different. It feels different. And there's other rules, new rules coming, whether you live in America or not, because I think what's going to happen is everyone's leaving. I mean, a lot of people are leaving America because they know we're becoming a dictatorship here. So they're leaving, and there's going to be rules about if you live here or not and how much you get. Like, I think that's going to change. Like right now, I think it's the same. You get the same whether you live here or not. I think it's going to be different if you move. I don't know. That's what it feels to me. There's changes. There are changes, okay? But there's still going to be Social Security. It just feels different. Okay. Now let's look at the future of Medicare. That seems like that's going to change too. Now I'm just going to look in general between 2025, 2020, up to 2030. Let's look at 2025 future Medicare. I don't know, that feels like they're doing something to Medicare. Oh, I know they're doing Medicaid. Uh, but something is different with Medicare to make the cost go down for the government. They're changing something here. It's not going to go away, but it actually doesn't feel very good. It feels sneaky. It feels dark. It feels like somebody's taking some cuts here. I don't know who's getting the cuts. It's probably the government getting the cuts. Probably right to pay for the wealthy or something here. If we're talking about 2025, 2026. Okay, let's just look at 2030 for Medicare. 2030 Medicare. I don't think it's going to be called Medicare. I don't know. It's kind of weird, huh? I don't know. That feels a little different, but I feel like it's more like universal health care. I think that's going to have a something's different. It feels okay though. That actually feels like it's going to be okay. Like we're going to like it. It feels okay. Even though I think initially it's not looking good in the year or 2 year, like something feels weird. There's somebody getting a cut. It feels criminal to me. But in 2030, it feels like I feel beautiful and light. Like this color, I'm seeing this kind of color. It looks nice. It looks good to me. Okay, now let's look at the future of Trump in March. I'm just going to move my consciousness. Here we are, March 3rd, and I'm going to just look at this week. Oh my God, you know what I see about this week? I know he's just on the golf course of this weekend, I think. Today's Monday. Uh, he's acting like an ass is what it looks like to me. I see a big fat ass, like what those white shorts that we often see. I don't know, something we don't want to see, but I see that, and he's golfing and he's acting goofy. He's acting like almost like unintelligent, just like he doesn't make sense. This is what I feel like by Friday. I think we're going to be going, what? What? I mean, we already kind of go, what? But now it's like blubbery and not blubbery. Like he doesn't, like you might ask him, is the sky blue? And he might say, well, the roaches ate the bait. I mean, I like that kind of a not really associated, not really appropriate. Some stuff is kind of weird. Mental health. Okay, now let's look at and then in 2 weeks here. I just want to look at between now, okay, between this week And then by, let's say, March 20th here, I would just want to see. I know before I did see a hard stop, there's something different here with Trump. I don't know. I still think he might go to the hospital or something like that. Let's see. Now, again, entertainment purposes only. If he's not going to the hospital, he's going to have people come to him. Like he's going to try to cover it up, like the makeup thing. I feel, oh my gosh, yes. So here's what I'm seeing. His health is definitely changing. And I think by March 20th, I see they're doing all kinds of powder and stuff on his face so that he still looks okay. Um, but I feel like it's one eye, you're going to notice one eye is a little different or something. Maybe even a hand a little more trembly, something like that. I think we're going to notice it. And really, by the end of March, when I look at him, now again, I don't know. I think he's declining significantly by the end of March. I don't think he's dead. I don't think that. I just think he he's going to have to really step back. Well, I don't know if he's going to be in a wheelchair. I don't know this, or maybe it's just a wheelchair for a day or two, but he's just something's not right. It could be a stroke, honestly. I think it could be. In addition to the mental decline, it's a combination of heart and mind here. Okay, so now let's move on to Leon. The future of Leon. I already didn't see him in 2026. So let's just see. Now I'm going to move, tune in with him. He's not healthy either. When I move my awareness to him, I feel a little nauseated. I feel like I'm jittery. I feel like almost like I've had a pot of coffee in a way or something, like I need something to calm my nerves. I feel like I don't know if it's the meds that he takes. Like, I don't know if the ketamine is making him this way. I'm not sure what it is, if it's his natural or is this drug induced. Um, this up really, it would feel almost like if this would be ADHD medicine or like really, really too much, like he's taking like 4 times what he needs to take, something like that. Okay. I also feel like I know he's got a bloated tummy, but I feel like I'm still not eating that much or something. Or maybe I go through bouts of eating a lot and then not eating or something like that. Here with his diet, it feels real weird. It's actually not a very healthy diet. Maybe not that different than Trump's even. Okay. Okay. And I see some anger. Well, I'm just looking at March here. I see a lot of anger outbursts. Big. Like the louder you can be, the better kind of feeling here. I think we're going to see this with reporters and then against the people. Like I can see some shouting. I mean, like bad. Okay. Boy, and people are not, they're letting their voices heard. By the end of March, I felt whoa, I mean, there's chaos. I feel like I'm having to press the door close. You close, and behind the door is all the protesters, and then I'm Leon on this side, and I'm just keeping that door closed. That's what it feels like. He's doing everything he can to avoid the people. This is what I feel like in March. Now I just want to move here into. I want to go to August for some reason. Let's just move up into August. I feel very different. I feel let down. I feel like, what do you mean? I thought I was doing a good job. What do you mean? I'm not the leader anymore. I'm not the leader of the free world. I'm not the leader of whatever. I'm not. I mean, I have all these restrictions. I think there's more restrictions. Not totally. He's not in jail, but I mean, they're really watching. I see really watching, almost like kind of like handcuffs, but he crossed over, but doesn't really have that. But I mean, he just feels restricted, and I can't move. I feel like this in August with him, I can't move because I'm too restricted. He doesn't like that at all. He likes total freedom. He doesn't care what anybody thinks, right? Whew. And I see him working with Putin. Easy. Easy. I don't know if he's doing some deals with Putin. I think it feels almost like the military, like he's going to be using whatever military funds are going, which now I think we're going to be going to Putin, from Trump to Putin. He's going to somehow get a piece of that. So I don't know. I feel like he's going to grab, get a piece for either his cars and maybe even developing. Why would he develop cars in Russia when everybody's so poor? I don't know. But there's something like that. There's something else about drugs with him besides that I know he takes drugs, but I just wonder if he's in cahoots with the pharmacies. I mean, the pharmaceutical companies. No, no, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Just delete that. I'm not sure. Okay. Now let's look at the last thing, which is future of Ukraine and Zelensky. Oh my gosh, I know we're all on Zelensky and Ukraine side, but let's just see what we have. Zelensky. Wow. So I think we need to send prayers, you guys. Send prayers to Zelensky. Send prayers also. I mean, besides Zelensky, we could also send AOC and Crockett. What's her name? I forget her first name. Crockett, the senator from Texas. Oh well, you know who I'm talking about, the lady. Okay, Jasmine Crockett. Okay, so now though on Zelensky. Uh he needs prayers. I feel like his health may be suffering a bit. Sorry, I hate to say that. I feel like he needs, if he's not already having special treatment like IVs or whatever, I also feel like he needs healers, like hands-on healers. I think he might be using this as well because I see several women around him giving him healing. He's praying a lot. I see him really working with spirit here. And he doesn't understand, when I'm in Zelensky's mind, he doesn't understand why why the war hasn't already ended naturally. I mean, why? And he's done everything right. He's begging for help from heaven. He's begging for help. So please, let's all send prayers. Okay, now let's look at the war, Russia, Ukraine. Well, this is it. Russia takes it in. She gets a mile. Moves in for a mile. It doesn't look good at all to me. I see. I don't like it. I don't like it. I see Zelensky on his hands and knees, begging Russia, pleading to not take any more for his people. He loves his people, right? I see him begging, and he's wanting to put up a barrier. And I know he's been doing that now with the war, and he wants his children back. It's 19,000 or whatever, however many thousand, probably more than 19,000 that have been kidnapped. He really does. He wants his children back. I don't know, guys. I do feel like there will be changes in 2025. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Please keep the prayers. Okay. That's all for now. Blessings, everybody. Entertainment purposes only. Bye-bye.